This is the aftermath of the destructive fire we had on Sunday. As you can see how close it got to our house. Actually broke this window here a little bit. And I'm gonna come over here. Look at charred that fence board there. It was pretty bad. Waiting for a dumpster and the okay to start cleaning this up, and we're gonna rebuild. Fires are very, very powerful and destructive. You can see the golf cart there. It is totally incinerated, and that's what we come to believe. A battery shorted out, caused a chain reaction, and up it went. Welcome back, Middle Age Grind, and today I'm gonna kind of recap what happened in that I shared the short video Sunday when our shed burned down our house. And oh man, what an experience. I'll just share some things, maybe some tips going forward. What happened was, this was Sunday afternoon around, I guess around 1:50-ish, when the actual fire started. My wife and I were at Sam's Club shopping for the week for groceries. It's about 2-3 miles from our house, and the kids, my kids are older. My oldest is 14, youngest is 9, and we let them stay home. Neighbors all outside. It's a Sunday afternoon, beautiful day. It's hot. We have great neighbors. We do that. They're not babies and kind of thing. And while we were gone, we were on the way back from Sam's. We were probably 5 to 7 minutes from home. That's how close we were. My good friend, one of my best friends, Kevin, my neighbor, calls me. We talk every day, and I thought he was just calling to shoot the bull with me kind of thing. I could tell the panic in his voice as soon as he called, "Ross, your shed's on fire." Oh my God. We're trying to put it out, call 911. I said, I'm on my way. Then right in my head, I knew the kids were outside. My other neighbor, another good friend of mine, one of my best friends, Ben Biggs, calls me. "Your shed's on fire. We got the fire department coming. Your kids are okay." Oh, man. I get emotional thinking about it. Thank God the kids were okay. They were down the street safe. I had to get that off my chest. It's off my chest. As you know in the video, we had a pet rabbit. She had a nice cage set up behind the shed. She didn't make it. And once I heard my kids were okay, my thoughts immediately were her. I didn't know how bad it was, but I figured my neighbors are calling me frantic. It was pretty bad. Figured it was a golf cart. The kid we found this out later. We have Nest cams, and neighbors have Ring cams. We come to find out this is what we believe happened. Kids were riding the golf cart. It was hot outside. And as soon as they got in my driveway in the front of my house, the golf cart died. So they pushed it where we keep it in my back shed, and we got them on camera pushing it. And it's cute, Come on, guys, good job. My daughter Stella was leading, and then she puts it in there, and then they get out. And I have a camera on the shed that burns, so you see them pushing it in. You don't see in the shed. You see my backyard. And as they're walking out, how it works is the type of charger we have, you plug the golf cart in, right? And it's a 36 volt, 6 battery golf cart. When you plug it in, there isn't an immediate charge. It's a voltmeter on the thing. And it takes about, I want to say anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds before you see the little meter thing, and it'll go like that to start charging. There's a delay. And when that does that, normally you hear a little minor click, like click. Well, in the video, they push it in, My daughter plugs it in, and then they walk out. And then when they get to the front of the middle of my house by my gate, instead of a click, you hear a pop. And my son, who was closest, kind of turned and looked. You can see in the thing. I don't know, and he's 9. You know, he didn't know. Apparently, that was a battery popping. That was the first set of events. In the camera, which, you, like I say, sees the outside and it records, it captures sound and motion. 2 minutes later, you hear another pop. And then within a few minutes after that, you see the smoke billowing out. And then chaos ensues. You see the kids actually saw it first, and my neighbor Felicia was outside. Call 911, you know, and then so, and guys, it was so big. My neighbors, let's give some shout outs: John Morgavio, Kevin Rich, Benjamin Biggs, my brother-in-law Todd Schultz, showed up before me. We were on the way home, like I said, when I got the call. So this happened probably right as we were checking out. All these stuff happened. My neighbor John, he used to be a fireman, lives directly across the street. He was in his backyard. When they called him to come out, he saw my shed. He goes, Ross, I knew it was gone. There's no saving it. My goal was to get in your backyard and spray the edge of your house, which is about 30 feet from my shed. He did that. Thank God. And then Kevin was in his backyard spraying his house. Benjamin and my brother-in-law, they all helped. I pulled up, my wife and I, literally as the fire department pulled up. You know, as a pig, I go hook up a hose in the front. I try to do something. My brother-in-law's let them do their thing. You know, the fire department within a couple of minutes hooked up their hoses, put the thing out within a couple of minutes. They have the power to do that, and the equipment and everything. And then, lo and behold, you know, shed's totally gone. We lost poor Luna. And my house had some minor, praise the Lord, damage. Nothing more than that. Some soffit bent, a window, one of the panes cracked. You know, it could have been way worse. We have our house. You know, what we could have done differently, talk to the investigator, the fire, you know, department sends out. He says, not really. I mean, once a year, he says, we see some of these things. We think it was a combination of 1, being hot outside, 2, the batteries were drained. Batteries were probably 4 or 5 years old. Trojan was the brand of the batteries. They were supposedly the good ones. And then when they pushed it in to charge it, that initial charge that it gives off apparently set off some reaction that caused a short in a battery and caused it to go up. You know, that's what we're thinking happened. Didn't have any, luckily in that shed, and I've done videos in that shed before in this channel, didn't have any gasoline in there, didn't have any batteries charging. I did have a couple of the little Makita lithium ions in like some toolboxes, but not charging. So we know I had hardly nothing plugged in that shed. So we know with the whole golf cart, that's obviously what had to have happened. And it just incinerated. It had some paint on the side and some stain, and when the golf cart started to go, that accelerated it further. And it's a brick structure, but a veneer with the wood, and it's just everything, as you can see in the video, just imploded. It, you know, just fell upon itself. So as far as doing anything differently, you know, I don't know. I mean, here's another saving grace. You know, at one time, we parked the golf cart in our garage and plugged it in. If that had been that, guys, I don't think I'd have a house today. I mean, it would have been in my garage. It would have burned my house down completely. So most people, you know, we have it. What we use it for? We have a neighborhood pool. The kids use it driving around. I'll go do little side, you know, landscaping projects around my house. The kids kind of learn to drive on it. It's just, you know, a luxury, I guess you'd say, to have a golf cart. You know, entertainment, the kids, you know, they were just, you know, it was the last weekend. School started Thursday, now school's in. it was a nice Sunday, even though it was hot. They just were having a fun afternoon and doing stuff. I don't. We didn't do anything different. Didn't do anything wrong. It's just freak thing. Now I'm going through. I'm a State Farm customer. My first homeowner's insurance claim in 17 years. So I'm going through that process, and I'll update you on the rebuilding and inventory list, guys. We recommend people do that. I never did one. I mean, I never wanted to make a claim for insurance, even though I'm an agent, and I had a lot of tools in there. And right now, I'm going through that process of documenting everything I had to get reimbursed. And look, insurance, guys, is an indemnification. It's supposed to make you whole, and that's what we're gonna do. One good thing is I made a couple videos from my garage recently this summer, and I panned around and I looked at that. Oh, I forgot that. I forgot I had that tool. I forgot I had that fan right there, and that's I'm going through that process of trying to remember and recall and go through. I have obviously some receipts recently from purchases, but some stuff it's old and you just forget you had it already. Oh, I'm gonna go get some tool. It's in the back shed. Oh, the back garage is gone. So we're gonna work through that process, and thank God I have some great neighbors. Everybody pulled together. Usually, people say you're the one helping everybody else out. I actually had people. It's humbling when you need the help and people step up big and come in there and do what they can do and try to save your property and make sure your kids are okay, and they did, and I'm so grateful, and I'll always be grateful for that. I'll never forget that. So I'll keep you posted, guys. We silver linings. Things could have been worse. My house is okay. Everybody's okay, except Luna. God rest her soul. And we're working on we're gonna get another pet, and it'll be okay. I'll update you on the rebuilding process, all involved, and we're gonna get through this. And I'll see you next time on the Middle Age Grind.